Welcome all to Scotch and Smoke Rings. Gonna go ahead and let the chat stumble in. Today we are playing Order 13. If you're new to the program and you don't know how it works, and if you're here just to watch the gameplay, the way it works is we have about an hour-long Q&A at the beginning of the program, then we dive into the gameplay. So if you're watching the VOD after the broadcast, skip ahead about an hour, and that's when the game starts. But if you're here watching live and you're ready for the Q&A, welcome to the chat, everybody. It's me, Oxhorn, and I'm here to answer any questions about Fallout that you might have. Happy to see you all on this wonderful Thursday. Good to see everybody on Kick today, Asdafar. Good to see everybody on Facebook, Robin Woodall and Toby Noble. Good to see everyone on Twitch. I am G-Snap, goat in the boat, in an oat, in a float. And of course, wonderful to see all of the regulars and the members and the Patreon supporters on YouTube today. Craig Euler, Jessica Kindred, Jonathan Rodriguez, Julian Z, Toxic Sean, Cameron Govers, Craig Euler. Danielle says, I loved this game. Excited to watch you play it. Thank you, Danielle. It looked really fun. We were playing another game last week called Inscription, and it was a genuinely intriguing game, and I was thoroughly enjoying the story. However, I felt like it's the kind of game that I would really enjoy when I was playing it single player. I mean, that is to say, when I was playing it by myself without an audience, so that I could take time to appreciate the pace of the card game and the exploration of the escape room that we had to get out of. It didn't seem like the kind of game that was well suited to a live stream for me. So we're not going to be playing that one anymore, but I've got a laundry list of other games that all of you have recommended to me, so we're going to have a really good time. Toxic Sean with the first super chat of the day says 52 months a member and doesn't feel that long. Thanks for being awesome, Mr. Horn. Ha ha, that sounded funny. Stay cool and keep the fun content coming. Thank you, Toxic Sean. The fun content will keep coming. Much to look forward to this week. Josh Burgess on Facebook says, Hey Ox, I'm at work right now, but I wanted to say I would really like to see you play Road 96. It's not 100% what you normally play on here. It has a scary moment. Okay, Road 96. I'll have to check it out. Let's see. Oh, yeah, I remember this. I've had this recommended on the program before. It's got great reviews. It was something I seriously considered. So yeah, perhaps we'll tackle it at some point. Greg gifted 5 Oxhorn memberships to the community. Thank you so much, Greg. And congratulations to Kim C, Black Dragon Downing, Average Zombie, Legray Far Away, Tarot Cat Moon. Thank you very much, Greg, for all of those memberships. Toxic Sean says, my spell check makes it Oxhorn with an E at the end. Gonna start adding the E. Yeah, that reads much fancier than it really is. Very nice. Thank you, Toxic Sean. The Vivid Kiwi became a Silver Ox. Thank you so much, The Vivid Kiwi. Greg says, Mr. Horn, I'm inquiring to how your evening is going. Please review and advise. Review? My evening is, I'd say, a 76.3 out of 100. I'm tired. I feel persistently tired, and that's because I've started a new medication, and fatigue is one of the side effects. So I've been struggling with that all day. It's been hampering my productivity. That said, I'm still on schedule to getting my video done by the weekend. Had a great time with the kids at bedtime. We read some books. I played some games with my son. Yeah, it's been a good overall day. Amanda Peterson says, how does a super mutant order his coffee? I'd like a large with extra mutagen. 9 months and counting, says Amanda Peterson. Thank you so much. Amanda Peterson. Greg Williams says, hey, Ox, just had the most hilarious dinner at Denny's. Observed a couple on a blind date. It went so bad she called her mom to pick her up, lol. Then they fist bumped at the end. Oh, lol, I felt kind of bad. Oh, that is really bad. I mean, you never really know when a date is going bad. But if you see it end with a fist bump, yeah, that's a bad sign. Just like, hey... Oh, that's tragic. Well, at least you had some entertainment. Feel bad for them, though. Toxic Sean says, have a great stream and gonna have to watch the VOD. Well, thank you, Toxic Sean, for jumping in to talk with us for a little bit until you had to go. Samurai Revan says, evening, Ox. Last of Us Part 2 comes to PC today. Shame I'm gonna have to miss it, but I'm glad that they finally got that PlayStation exclusive on the PC. Dwayne McKay with a super tip. Thank you so much, Dwayne McKay, sharing a box of popcorn in sticker form. Thank you very much. Valks Plays on Facebook says, hello, Walks, and hello, chat. Much love from Mexico. Much love back at you, my friend. Thanks for watching. We've got our rum and coke. And our scotch. And today I'm smoking a brick. It's a box-pressed cigar, which I guess is why they call it a brick. AI Radio says, I'm glad to see you haven't completely given up on encryption. If you're planning to play that game in a separate video, I'm completely fine with that. I also have other game ideas you can try out too. Well, thank you, AI Radio. I'm always welcome for more game ideas. As I said, I'm probably not going to be streaming that game anymore because I don't know if it's really suitable for broadcasting in terms of just pacing because it's pretty repetitive. That said, the story was really interesting, and I enjoyed what I did play. Boorens says, hey, Ox, follow TV show query for you. What do you think the chances are of neither the Brotherhood of Steel nor the Minutemen canonical ending, but a new ending not available in the game because it makes more sense for the show? I don't think that's likely. I suppose it's possible. I can't imagine that Bethesda would allow for that because it means that what's the point of playing the game? If you can't even reach the actual ending of the story in Boston by playing the game set in Boston, then what's the point of playing the game? Now, I don't think that that's going to be a possibility. I think that one of the endings for Fallout 4 has to be the canonical one, and either the show is going to be truthful and faithful to that, or they're just not, and it's going to deviate from the canon, as it has already done in a few instances, so it's certainly not out of the question that they'll just not stick with any of the canonical endings of Fallout 4. But based on what we've seen in the show so far, it is compatible with the endings to Fallout 4, but only two of the possible endings. The Brotherhood of Steel ending or the Minutemen ending, where the Minutemen take charge while maintaining peace with the Brotherhood. Those are the only two endings possible. Greg gifted 5 Oxhorn memberships to the community. Thank you, Greg, and congratulations to Patrick, Strider, Happy Lobster, Grump Gaming, and Louis Jourdain. Thank you so much, Greg. Very generous. Little Biscuit says, love the videos, gonna watch Fallout lore to sleep. Thank you, Little Biscuit. Glad you've been enjoying the videos. Thank you for stopping by to say hello, and have a wonderful night's sleep. Random Fandom says, doughy shapes into anything. What would you make? From Poppy's Playtime 4, is that a reference to Doughy from Poppy's Playtime? What would I make with Doughy? I mean, nothing really. I don't really play with Play-Doh anymore. I did when I was a child. That was fun. If I was forced to make something, I might make a statue maybe of a Vault Boy. Maybe a Vault Boy statue. Blood Wolf says, "Hey Ox, do you think we will see Liberty Prime in the second season with the Fallout TV show?" Probably not. Liberty Prime is too epic of a thing to put too early in the series. I mean, I could be completely wrong, so what do I know? But I think that if we ever do see Liberty Prime, they're going to have to really evolve the Brotherhood of Steel as a faction. And there's going to have to be a real reason for Liberty Prime to emerge. The logistics of it are really tricky, because if the Brotherhood ending is canonical, then Liberty Prime is already created. And the Brotherhood would then have to disassemble Liberty Prime and store all of the pieces and ship it across to the West Coast, which they've already done once. So, they did that when they moved from the Capital Wasteland to Boston, so it's not entirely outside the realm of possibility that they would do it again. But you would have to wonder why. Is there knowledge that cold fusion has been discovered reason enough for Maxon to pack up everything and leave the Commonwealth? Perhaps this is evidence that the Minutemen actually won, right? If the Minutemen won in Fallout 4, and they're establishing new communities and a new government in Fallout 4, and the Brotherhood doesn't really have a reason to fight with the Minutemen, because the Minutemen aren't, hoarding technology or anything, then there might be nothing left in Boston for the Brotherhood. So instead of going back into the Capital Wastelands, which they already control, and since the Minutemen, who is their ally, is taking over Boston, I suppose that would give them a reason to move west, right? Something new came up, a brand new piece of technology, cold fusion on the West Coast. Perhaps that's reason enough for Maxon to want to leave. And of course, if he did, he would be bringing Liberty Prime with him. But no, I don't think Season 2 would be the appropriate time. I think in Season 2, they really need to establish the NCR as a faction. Of course, the NCR is established already in the games, but in Season 1, we just see the shadow of what the NCR was. We need to see the NCR really established as a government, as an army, as a force to be reckoned with on the West Coast before they can crescendo into conflict. Because it's going to be likely that if there is conflict, it's going to be between the NCR and the Enclave and the Brotherhood. Like, those are going to be the three major puzzle pieces that are going to be at war with each other. Will it eventually turn into an alliance between the Brotherhood and the NCR against the Enclave? Who knows what they're planning? Will the Enclave continue to be a shadowy governmental organization that just works in the background, or do they actually have boots on the ground with Hellfire power armor and vertibirds like they did in Fallout 2? Again, who knows? It's really interesting to see what they're going to be exploring in Season 2. But if they do use Liberty Prime, I think they'll probably use it after they've spent Season 2 establishing the NCR as a faction, after they've spent Season 3 really fleshing out the Brotherhood of Steel as a faction, after they've spent Season 4 making sure that we understand the Enclave as a faction, before we finally get the ultimate battle with Liberty Prime. But again, the things I've predicted in the past haven't come true. So who knows what will actually happen? Moxie94 says on Twitch, "I did take the castle with the Minutemen and then finished the rest of the game with the Brotherhood of Steel, and thus Diamond City has the Brotherhood of Steel flag while having a bunch of new Minutemen in the Commonwealth." Okay, that's great. Well, that's certainly what many people, I think, would have done as well, because I think it's really difficult to be the general of the Minutemen and to use the settlement system in Fallout 4 and not get to the point where you take back the castle. So that's probably an ending that many people have enjoyed. Greg says, "I've always been curious, how does it feel as a creator when people say they fall asleep to your content in a good way?" It feels good. I don't take it as an offensive thing. I don't see it as something where they're suggesting that I'm boring, which is what's putting them to sleep. They oftentimes make it clear that it's the tenor of my voice or the tone of my voice that lulls them to sleep. It's like listening to a bedtime story. And that's flattering more than anything. Plus, at the end of the day, I still get my ad revenue, right? If you're still watching a video on YouTube, even if you're not actually awake to watch it, the ads are still playing, and so I still get ad revenue. So at the end of the day, who cares, right? I still get what I need. Radar says, why haven't you done Skyrim? You would have a year of videos with the lore. I'm not new, but I don't understand. Money is money, Ox. I mean, with Skyrim, it would be more than a year of content. I mean, I've been doing Fallout for how long now? Since 2016, right? So almost a decade of Fallout content, and I'm just now getting to the point where I've almost covered everything. Skyrim, I mean, if I were to cover the entire Elder Scrolls series, I mean, that's another decade worth of content that I could produce. There are a couple of reasons. First, it's oversaturated. Everyone who does Bethesda games does Elder Scrolls content. Literally everyone. And I managed to come in at a time when there were only a couple of people who were doing lore content about Fallout. Now there are lots of people doing lore content about Fallout, and it's much more competitive. But at the time, there were only a few people doing lore content about Fallout, so it allowed me to sort of fit into my niche. But there are a lot of people who cover Elder Scrolls content on YouTube, so practically everything has been done. I'm also fortunate enough to have been in a position to have covered Fallout content right as Fallout 4 was launched. I think I started in 2016 with my channel, and that was right after Fallout 4 was launched. So I managed to be the first one to make videos about certain topics. Not everything, of course, but certain topics, which allowed them to accrue a lot of views. So I was very fortunate in that regard. But when it comes to Skyrim or the Elder Scrolls, I mean, those games have been out for so long, and they've already been covered so well by so many people that literally there's no square inch of space that hasn't already been covered. So I wouldn't be saying anything new. Secondly, I'd have to have interest. And I don't really have interest. I played the Elder Scrolls. I played Skyrim live on this channel. I did a live stream series on the full story of Skyrim, and I beat the game. I didn't do any of the DLCs. I didn't do all of the side quests. I didn't cover it completely, but I did beat the game, and it was okay. Like it was okay. It wasn't exceptional, in my opinion. And I realized that there are many people who disagree with me. But the gameplay was eh. And the story was eh. And the world building and lore was sort of meh. It just didn't capture my interest like the Fallout franchise did. And in order to produce content about something for as long as I've been producing content about Fallout, you really do have to love it. Like you can't do something for a decade and secretly harbor hatred towards it or to be uninterested in it. You genuinely have to be interested in it. Otherwise, you just go crazy. So that's ultimately why I haven't done anything Elder Scrolls. I'm just not genuinely interested in it, and it's already been done to death. Hope that answers your question. Gianna says, hey, Oxen fam, how y'all doing? We all doing really good. Random Fandom says, wouldn't you use Doey to make another you? Oh, that's a good idea. Yeah, I could make a clone of myself to make twice the amount of content, right? Make a Doey version of me that is shackled to my computers doing all of the video editing. AI Radio says, if you're a fan of RPGs, games, then you should definitely check out One Shot. It's a puzzle/adventure story with positive reviews. Won't spoil the story for you, but I'll tell you this. You only have one shot. All right, let's see. One Shot. Okay, One Shot game, because apparently it's a movie as well. One Shot on... There you go. Overwhelmingly positive reviews. Was published in 2016, so it's been out for a while. A top-down puzzle adventure game. Well, also not what I usually do. It diverges from my typical content, but it's certainly worth adding to the list. Greg Williams says, I relabeled all of my wife's spices. I'm not in trouble yet, but that thyme is cumin. Thank you, Greg. I listened to you at work. Helps me refocus. Play on, good sir. Thank you very much, Greg Williams. Wonderful dad joke there. Love it. Inky Black says you would recognize a lot of the voice actors in Skyrim: Nick Valentine, Doc Mitchell, etc. Yeah, no, I've read enough of the Fallout Wiki to realize that the actors show up in many of Bethesda titles. Amanda Peterson gifted 5 Oxhorn memberships to the community. Thank you so much, Amanda, and congratulations to Keith Mitchell, Clell134, AKZ2001, Thomas, and New York, sir. Radar says, your voice, my guy, interest. Frowny face, I'm sorry, you're just okay with. Still love for you. I think that's in relation to Skyrim. I mean, I don't know. Maybe if I were to partner with a lore channel that was doing Skyrim or Elder Scrolls lore, and they just hired me to be the narrator for the video, I might be interested in doing something like that. And perhaps going about it that way might make me more interested in the lore. But yeah, that's where I am at right now with Skyrim. Alt Grendel says, hi Oxhorn, I bought the world's worst thesaurus yesterday. Not only is it terrible, it's terrible. That would be a really bad thesaurus if the only word similar to terrible is terrible. Thank you, Alt Grendel. Julian Z says, good evening, Ox. Hope you're well. I finally returned from Guatemala. You have been playing a lot of interesting games lately, so what's this game about? Well, it's, I don't really know. From what I gather, you work in a warehouse shipping packages, and you've got your cat with you, and you have to go out into the warehouse floor and gather packages, but there might be scary things out there, and you have to keep your cat alive. That's all I know about it. I fired it up to make sure it works on my computer and that I could broadcast it, and that's all I know. So we'll be seeing if it's any good. It's got great reviews. It was recommended by the community, so I'm looking forward to tackling it. Big Chungus says, why do you no play World of Warcraft? You know, I had a great time with World of Warcraft 20 odd years ago, more than that, back when it first came out, and I produced all of my machinima content. I was watching some of my old machinima videos recently, and I had forgotten how fun they were. So those were fond memories. That was a great time. But I think I expended my interest in the World of Warcraft universe during that period of time. I never really got into the story of World of Warcraft. I enjoyed the gameplay of Warcrafts 1 and 2. And then when World of Warcraft came out, I was looking for a new MMO because before that, we were all playing Dark Age of Camelot. And then World of Warcraft came out, and it was revolutionary in the way that it handled the MMO. So, again, I was drawn to the game for the gameplay, not necessarily the lore. But the world building was all right. You know, there was some interesting stuff there. It just wasn't my cup of tea. And so after I played the game for years and enjoyed it, I was done. So that's why I'm no longer playing World of Warcraft. Keith Michael says, have you heard about Amazon's new service just for seniors? It's called Pasture Prime. I like it. I should sign up. Dumo Genesis on Twitch with a icon emoji thing, a sticker icon. Thank you so much, Dumo Genesis. Cheeseburger says, would you be interested in covering the Stalker games or other Fallout-esque games? Maybe not for live streams. I think that deep games like that they're too much for a live stream. I enjoy my show, my broadcast to be sort of casual. But when it comes to a game that's really deep, I become invested in the story. So I don't think I would really enjoy trying to get invested in a new world live on camera. That's something I want to do slowly. I want to do it at my own pace, not while also having to be entertaining on camera, which is one of the reasons why I play more casual games and scary/horror games on camera, because I don't have to get invested in the lore. I just have to react. That's the point of the game. That said, I'll be finishing up the full story of Fallout 4 here soon, but I've still got plenty more to say about the Fallout franchise. Will I be covering more games? Maybe Atomfall? Maybe Stalker? Maybe, I don't know. We'll see. Corley Gibson says, "Hey Ox, glad to catch another Thursday night Scotch and Smoke Rings to prep for my busy day of the week." Thank you, Corley Gibson. Welcome to the program. Have a wonderful, busy day. Chen Yang says, "Hello, Ox. What's the hardest item you've experienced in Fallout? For example, the freefall legs, Zhuanglong assault rifle, the tribal power armor, or the fire lance." You mean the hardest to get? I mean, the freefall legs were pretty difficult, and they're also annoying because in order to get the freefall legs, you have to have a suit of power armor. Not only that, you have to have a suit of power armor with a jetpack and understand how to use it in conjunction with time-slowing chems in order to reach the top where you can find the freefall legs. And what are the freefall legs? They're non-power armor that negate all falling damage. Which, I mean, what's the point at that point, right? You've already got power armor, which negates falling damage. It's something you could use before you get power armor. So that's pretty tricky to get. Yeah, I don't really recall the details of getting all of the others that you listed. Greg Hinojo says, "To be fair, not that your content wouldn't do numbers, but World of Warcraft lore content is also a really hard market to break into with how saturated it is." Yeah, I suppose you're right. And, it's just happens to be something that I'm not terribly interested in. The only reason that the whole Fallout thing worked for me is because Fallout captured my curiosity back in 2008 when Fallout 3 came out. I was really in love with the world, but I never had an opportunity to fully explore it because I had to start a career and I started a new family and life just sort of took over. So when Fallout 4 came out, I finally felt like I had an opportunity to dive back in and explore something that I was genuinely passionate about. And I've been exploring that passion for the past decade, practically. But I would really need to find that kind of passion in another type of game in order to justify making more lore content about it. Escapegoat says, "What is your favorite non-Fallout apocalypse setting?" I really enjoyed Children of Men. The film that came out a long time ago now, but I enjoyed the post-apocalyptic setting of that universe because you had the guys who still lived in skyscrapers and in the middle of the cities, and they had schools to send their children to, and electricity and modern technology and games, and then you had so much poverty outside of the cities where there were just raids and wars and people who couldn't immigrate, right? It was a really brutal look at the human condition. I thought that was a really well done post-apocalyptic universe. Sergeant Sarcasm gifted 10 memberships to the community. Thank you, Sergeant Sarcasm. And congratulations to Len Logic, Exobamex, The Twisty Straw, Anthony Dixon, George Bebsky, Ryder the Pulverizing Pegasus Wheeler, Angie, Gluttony, and Richard Lunn. Thanks again, Sergeant Sarcasm. Alt Grendel says, you might want to check out a game called Go Home, Annie. It's an SCP survival horror game. Gameplay is supposed to be 3 to 4 hours. All right. Interesting. Released December of 2024. Very positive recent reviews, mostly positive overall reviews. Certainly something to look into. Cool, thank you. Anthony Delaneva says, hey, Oxhorn, been watching for years. Thank you so much, Anthony Delavera. Many more years to come. Caleb Delage says, will you be doing Fallout 5 videos when it finally comes out? Of course I will. You know I'm going to jump on that like a hot tamale on a plate. Yes, I will do Fallout 5 content when/if it comes out in 2035. Greg Williams says, my wife told me I was too lazy. I said, why? It only took me an hour to take down the Christmas tree this morning. I'm here all night. Be safe. Thank you, Greg Williams. And for those watching the replay, this joke was told in April, which is the Christmas tree in April. Thank you, Greg. Walter Finn with a super tip. Thank you so much, Walter Finn. Anthony Della Neva says, hey, Oxhorn, what kind of cigars are you smoking? Today I'm smoking a Churchill-sized brick box-pressed cigar. It's a mid-shelf cigar. It's pretty good. It burns really well. It's got a little bit of a confetti that comes out the end when you cut it the first time, but it still burns pretty evenly. See that? So it's a pretty good cigar. Thomas McCormick says, a more apt question, will you do Elder Scrolls 6 videos, since it will likely release in 2026/2027? I may do some live streams of it, but I probably won't be doing lore for it, which I realize it's a bad business decision. Because, of course, every single Bethesda YouTuber out there is going to jump on Elder Scrolls 6, and I'll have a brief window in time where I could become a voice for Elder Scrolls lore, but it's not interesting to me yet. It's just not something I've come to realize that when it comes to my business, I'm not the best businessman, because I don't do things because I think they're going to be, they're going to make a lot of money. I do things because they're interesting to me, which might not be the best way to run this business, but maybe I just need to develop a deeper appreciation. It's the weird cat people, man. It's the weird cat people and the lizard people. It's so bizarre. I don't get them. And they just throw me off. And you go into Skyrim and you see the cat people, and you've got the lizard people, and the women lizard people have boobs, and then the dragons. And it's weird, man. I don't know. It's not my thing. I don't get it. I can appreciate why people like it, and I'm not, hating on people who enjoy the Elder Scrolls, but it's okay. It's okay. Greg Hidojo says, do you think we'll see Fallout 5 before the heat death of the universe? Inquiring minds want to know. Before the heat death, Maybe if we're lucky. Walter Fidgen says, hey, Oxhorn, please do me a favor and make videos about Fallout New California mod for Fallout New Vegas. It will be awesome and lore content. Maybe. It's certainly worth thinking about. I've loved Fallout London, so maybe I will. Who knows? Samurai Ravon says, what's wrong with the Argonians? Nothing. There's nothing wrong with Argonians. Is that what they're called? I just don't get the cat people or the lizard people in the fantasy setting. I realize that, in the D&D world, there's all sorts of crazy stuff. But it's just hard to take a game seriously and a universe serious when you're like face-to-face talking with a giant whiskered cat person. It's kind of like why I didn't like it when in Fallout 2 you found this super intelligent mole rat, because suddenly it's really hard to take the game seriously when you've got a mole rat who's more intelligent than you are talking to you, right? But then to have an entire game where you've got entire societies of walking and talking lizards and cats, it's just not my thing. Moody Exorcist says, hey, Oxhorn, about a year back, I told you my husband was in chemotherapy. I'm happy to say that he's celebrating 1 year in remission. Thanks for all you do. My husband and I love your vids. Hey, that's awesome. Thank you for the update. Congratulations, Moody Exorcist and your husband. That's wonderful news. Robert Barnes says, Fallout 1 has a talking death claw that's philosophical. That's Fallout 2, I believe you meant. And I didn't like the talking death claws either. Fallout 2 did some weird things that stretched my belief a little bit too far. Fallout Tactics is the same way. They went from talking death claws in Fallout 2 to hairy mammalian talking death claws in Fallout Tactics. It's like they took weird and then they struggled to make it weirder. And I like weird. I like weird within the realm of possibility. You already have me believing that the fallout of the Fallout universe, the nuclear fallout of the Fallout universe, is so potent that it sticks around for hundreds of years, and so magical that it can alter the fundamental chemistry of biology to such an extent that it reanimates corpses and mutates creatures in vivid and amazing ways. Okay, you've got me there. But then to further, there's a limit. There's a limit to where my belief can be stretched in order for it to stay within the context of that world. And in Fallout 2 and in Fallout Tactics, they did a few things that stretched it a bit too far. And in Skyrim, from what little I've played of it, there were just too many things that just made me go, what? And also, I was just tired of fantasy as a genre in general when I played Skyrim for the first time. Since then, I've become much more patient with it, I guess, because I really enjoyed The Witcher 3 when we played that together during my live stream. And we've played a number of other fantasy-inspired games on the program since then. So, maybe maybe the fantasy element wouldn't bother me that much. Walter Fidgen says, Fallout New California mod is old DLC-sized mod. I played it and loved it. You should too. Thank you, Walter Fidgen. Myra says, Lamau, wild to me that's what breaks your suspension of disbelief is the issue that you personally need for it to have some kind of realistic way to justify it. No wonder, or just wonder, not judging, by the way. Yeah, I like it when fiction creates a world. And they set down some rules for that world. And then they operate within the rules of the world. I like it because it's really difficult to do. It's difficult, especially when you're making book after book after book, or game after game after game. It's difficult to maintain the continuity of that world while keeping your creativity. And it makes the world feel more real when nothing can violate the foundational pillars of that world. But when you create a world and you create some constraints for that world, but in the next chapter you violate those constraints, and in the next game, you violate those constraints and you stretch them a bit too thin, suddenly the foundations of that universe have been undermined. It's not as interesting as it at one time had been to me, right? Because it's far less creative, it takes far less talent to be able to just make up anything on the spot than it is to make up something that also fits within the rules that you've made for yourself. That I can respect. Radar says, you talk about fantasy like Fallout isn't 110% fantasy, my guy. I'm not suggesting that Fallout isn't a fantasy. I'm using the word fantasy in context with the genre, right? Obviously, Fallout is a post-apocalyptic atom punk fantasy, just like Star Wars is a science fiction space opera fantasy. But they're genres. And Skyrim is part of the fantasy genre, like the high fantasy genre, established by Tolkien in his novels and many other games since then as well. So within the confines of that genre, I'm not terribly interested in fantasy. It's not the fantastic aspects of fiction that I dislike. It's the genre fantasy that I have lost interest in over time. Does that make more sense? Thomas McCormick says, they really overdid it with the dragons in Elder Scrolls V. Luckily, it's the only Elder Scrolls game that they're really a part of. Yeah, and that was another thing that I complained about previously, is that I just felt that fantasy as a genre just overdoes dragons. And the reason that I sort of was done with fantasy as a genre is there were so many wonderful fantasy games and movies and books that were out there, but they just became repetitive. It's like they took from Tolkien's playbook and they reused it and rehashed it without adding much. And I know that that's not fair to Skyrim and the Elder Scrolls because they have been innovative in a lot of ways. But every time when I play a fantasy game and you've got the same 4 races or so, and you've got the same enemies and the same monsters and the same dragons and the same weapons, it becomes repetitive. One of the things I loved about Fallout was how fresh it was, because up until that time, I hadn't really played a post-apocalyptic atom punk game before. It was new and novel, which I really enjoyed because I wasn't as used to it as I was to fantasy. Oh, I lost my Twitch chat. There we go. Zarteth says, I've been an Elder Scrolls fan since the first game Arena in 1996, and taking it seriously would ruin the fun. It's always felt like tongue-in-cheek satire to me, not like D&D at all, which always felt really stilted and stuffy to me. All good, though. We've all got our things about stuff and whatnot. Yeah, and, if it's not meant to be taken seriously, then okay, that's great. But what I really loved about Fallout is that it walked the line really well. Not only did they clearly understand the kind of world they wanted to create in Fallout 1 with all of the research and the actual science, at least scientific pseudo-talk, that went into talking about the forced evolutionary virus and thinking about how the world would be after such a, geopolitical event as the Great War of 2077, and then, diving into all sorts of wacky, zany things and random encounters, and going to do Reno and strange things like that. They walked a fine line, but they did it well, where we had sarcasm and slapstick humor and comedy while also having serious world building and well-written exposition in Fallouts 1 and 2. And I feel like Bethesda carried that on into Fallout 4 in particular, and Obsidian did a phenomenal job with that in Fallout New Vegas. I'm not familiar enough with the Elder Scrolls series to be able to judge the entire series based on that particular criteria. So maybe you're right. But from what I gathered, having played Skyrim, they did try to create a serious world that had comedy, but a world that was to be taken seriously. Like while you were in it, you were supposed to be able to role play like you were in it instead of just being in a game, right? Corey Dorton says, Ox, I get your reasons, but Elder Scrolls has reasons for a lot of things that happened. And you know, Tolkien was not the first author to use dragons, and Wasteland, I think, is older than Fallout. I mean, you're right about all of that. And I'm not suggesting that Tolkien is the gold standard of fantasy and there's nothing beyond or before Tolkien. Obviously, Tolkien was inspired by plenty of Norse mythology and his own areas of study and myths that had gone on before, and he dipped into children's fantasy fiction and fairy tales in order to build the world that he did. But I feel like I wanted to see more innovation out of fantasy and as a genre than what I had seen at the time when I was playing World of Warcraft in particular. Like lots of books and lots of films were coming out at the time, like Aragon, for example, and they were just sort of treading already trodden ground. And then even in World of Warcraft, there was plenty of unique stuff that went on there, but I just felt like it was sort of like fantasy pop, I guess would be a way to play it. Like it was just bright and colorful, glitzy, candy-coated fantasy, which wasn't really what I was interested in. I enjoyed dark fantasy, like Dark Souls, for example. It's fantasy, but I really enjoyed the look, the feel, and the tone of Dark Souls as a genre. So I think high fantasy and fantasy pop I'm sort of not quite as interested in as I have been in the past, mainly because I, as a person, have been overexposed to it. Scapegoat says, so what has been the most enjoyable fantasy world for you, Ox? Love all you do, good sir. I really enjoyed The Witcher 3, mainly because it was a branch of fantasy that I hadn't been exposed to before, because so much of it had been dipped into Slavic myths, which I wasn't familiar with, right? Because every single, culture has their own, medieval mythologies and children's horror stories. We're very familiar with ours from the West, but Slavic ones I was less familiar with. And seeing those being explored in a fantasy setting was really interesting. So I enjoyed that. I enjoyed Dark Souls from a gameplay and a setting and a tone perspective. I don't know enough about the lore to be able to truly appreciate it. And from what I have gathered trying to understand the lore, it's really sort of dense and opaque. So it's something that would take a lot of research and reading up on and repeatedly playing through for me to fully grasp it, which is probably why I haven't really done that quite yet. Dale H. says, Hi Ox, longtime viewer, love your stuff. Please play Final Fantasy VII Remake, then Rebirth. Like you, I played when I was young, and the remakes are amazing. Love you. Thanks, Dale H. I may do that at some time. I'm not big on going on nostalgia trips. Personally, I feel like if I've played it, I've played it. And I have those memories, and I don't really need to relive them. I'd rather make something new, which is one of the reasons why I've argued against a Fallout 3 remaster. I've subsequently decided that having a Fallout 3 remaster would be a good thing, because it's going to expose Fallout 3 to an entire generation of people who never got to play it and wouldn't be able to play it because it's incompatible with modern hardware. So those are definitely great arguments for having a Fallout 3 remaster. But in terms of me playing it for my own personal pleasure, I played Fallout 3, right? And I don't need to play it again. I understand it. I thoroughly enjoyed it. I've moved on. And it's the same with Fallout 7. Final Fantasy 7. I played the snot out of Final Fantasy 7 when I was a child. I did absolutely everything and thoroughly enjoyed it. And I don't need to do it again. Alt Grendel says, what do you think of the mascot horror like Five Nights at Freddy's? I'm not familiar with Mascot horror as a genre, unless I am and I just don't understand it. I did play Five Nights at Freddy's during a charity live stream a couple of years ago, and it was all right. I think I got to day 3. It was fun, and it was, nerve... I don't even know what the word is. It made me legitimately scared to leave the booth. But in terms of enjoying it as a genre, I don't know if there's enough there to enjoy Mascot horror as a genre. If you could give me some other examples, like would Bendy and the Ink Machine be a Mascot horror? Because it did have sort of a mascot, and I really enjoyed Bendy and the Ink Machine. So yeah. Lemily Lux says nerve-wracking. Yeah, that's the phrase I was trying to pick through my mind. I was having an old person moment, I guess. Random Greyman says, wouldn't Poppy Playtime count as Mascot horror? Yeah, I think it would. I mean, Poppy and all, so yeah. Yeah, I think it would. All right, 8 minutes, everybody, to get your questions in, and then we dive into the game. 8 minutes, and then we dive into Order 13. John Drives Cars on Twitch says he waves with a tentacle at everyone at Oxhorn. Hey there, John Drives Cars, waving right back at you, my friend. Keith Michael says a virus is making people forget 80s rock bands. Nobody knows the cure. Well done, Keith Michael. Royce Miller says, hope you feel better. New medication can be rough. Thank you very much, Royce Miller. I'm sure I will. Scott Glendening says, how you doing, Ox? Big fan, first time in chat. Thank you, Scott. I'm doing very well. Always awesome to greet new members of the chat. Lemley Dusk says, just wondered on your opinion about supernatural fantasy as a genre, Oxhorn. That's an interesting question. I've actually been thinking a lot about that recently. I'm not familiar with supernatural fantasy that well, but in terms of my own creativity, I've been having some novel ideas concerning supernatural fantasy. So maybe if you could give me some examples of some stuff that you really enjoy. I mean... There was that one movie. Oh, I forget. I like supernatural fantasy if it's done well. It's really easy to do supernatural fantasy poorly, especially if it's tied into Christian mythology. I really enjoy supernatural fantasy that dives into the devils and the angels. If they do their research and they get how devils and angels are depicted in either, in the Old Testament, in the New Testament, in the Catholic Apocrypha, and all of the actual historical works. If they get that done accurately and then depict that accurately and then have some creative freedom within their artwork, I think that's great. But if they don't and they just turn an angel into like just some emo drug addict with wings, then that kind of stuff I don't like so much. Dale H says, wouldn't you look at the trailer for Final Fantasy VII Rebirth? Maybe. I don't know. Have I seen it before? I'm not sure if I have or not. M. Stewart says, Ox, if you want to get a taste of deeper Elder Scrolls lore before deciding to play Elder Scrolls 6 when it eventually comes out, Shoddycast and Fudge Muppet would be good starting points on YouTube. Thank you very much. Yeah, Fudge Muppet does excellent work. I'm familiar with their content. I think I've seen a few Shoddycast videos. Excellent YouTubers. Constantine was good, says Keith Michael. Yeah, that's actually the movie I was trying to remember, and I had forgotten the name. Another old person moment. But I thoroughly enjoyed Constantine. I really loved the way they depicted Lucifer in that movie. It's one of the best film depictions of Satan that I've ever seen. There were a few narrative and tone things about Constantine that I didn't like so much. But I'm just being super nitpicky because I really enjoyed Constantine, and I wish they would have come out with sequels. But that kind of supernatural fantasy I really enjoy. And Greg Williams says, Ox, with the 80s rock reference, could you sing Phil Collins' In the Air Tonight song while on Scotch and Smoke Rings? Lol, that would be internet gold. No. I mean, maybe it would be internet gold, but I'm not going to be singing on camera right now. It's too late at night. I've already had a couple of sips of my rum. It's not good for me to be singing. Plus, I'm not terribly knowledgeable about Phil Collins songs. I don't know In the Air Tonight. I mean, maybe I would recognize the tune if someone were to play it for me, but off of the top of my head, I can't remember it. JT Naito says, hey, Ox, it's my first time sending a chat. I hope you're doing good. I've been really enjoying your Fallout London videos. Today is my birthday, and I was wondering if I could get a happy birthday. Absolutely. Happy birthday to JT Nitro. Glad you've been enjoying Fallout London. I've been enjoying it far more than I thought I would. Cameron Govers says, a long time no see. Still love the content you make. Thank you very much, Cameron Govers. Sebastian Sanchez says, I can feel it coming in the air tonight. Oh, Lord. Yeah, it's been a long time. I don't even know if I got the tune there. Maya Blevin says, love the content. You've helped me understand so much about Fallout New Vegas. Haha. Love the way you ended that. Haha. You're welcome, Maya Blevins. Had a blast producing my Fallout New Vegas content. Samurai Ravan says, and I've been waiting for this moment for all my life. Oh, Lord. Oh, Lord. Did I get that right? I don't even know. I'm not a big Phil Collins fan. I realized I was born in the 80s, but I wasn't listening to 80s music in the 80s. I grew up as a teenager in the 90s, so I was raised on 90s music. I don't know a lot of Phil Collins. Cameron Gover says, hey, Ox, what's your thought on crafting survival games like Conan Exiles or Ark Survival Evolved? They're okay. I find them really engaging and fascinating at first. And there comes a point where I've gotten everything that I can get out of them. I never really got into Ark, but I did play Conan Exiles for a while. And it was frustrating to play it because I didn't feel like it was documented very well. And the tutorials were really poorly done. But it was interesting enough for me to continue. And I got my character pretty high. But then there just wasn't, enough reason for me to continue playing. Valheim was another crafting survival game that I thoroughly enjoyed. I loved the story. I loved the tone. I loved the art style. I felt like they did the digging and the procedural generation of the world exceedingly well. That was well done. But then, I got to a point where I feel like I had gotten everything that I could get out of Valheim, and I haven't been back. So I think they're really interesting games, and I enjoy them for a while, but they're not something that I can stick with long term. DLH says Final Fantasy VII Rebirth and Remake are carry-ons. Carry-ons? Like bags? Like carry-ons? Alt Grendel says, time, Oxhorn. All right, thank you very much, Alt Grendel. For the reminder, it is time. Let's launch the game. Gur Red says, I'm not a big Phil Collins fan, he says, and then he sings it flawlessly. Did I sing it flawlessly? If so, then that's condemnation on Phil Collins, because I was singing like one note. I can feel it in the earth tonight. Oh. I'm just opening my mouth and it comes. Is that how Phil Collins really sounds? A Scapegoat says, born in the 80s, you don't look a day over 28. Oh, you. Gosh. Golly guy. All right, time to turn off the lights. Wade Speakerman says, we lost my father-in-law this week to cancer, and he was known to have 5 or 6 beers a day. Will you raise a glass and wish him well in the next life? I'm so sorry for your loss. Wade Speakerman, thanks for coming and sharing with us. This one is to your father-in-law. May he rest in peace. Walter Fidgen says, Fallout New Vegas is a prequel to the main game of New Vegas with hundreds of hours of voiced dialogue and branching storylines. Are you going to play? What? Fallout New Vegas is a prequel to New Vegas? What are you trying to say? Are you talking about a mod? Like, is there a mod that's a prequel? I don't know, maybe. Okay, order... Let's see. Order 13. So we got a cat here. Okay, so I can customize my cat. Do I want a hat? No, I don't really want a hat. Oh, those are my options. Okay, no hat. Cat appearance. Oh. Oh, lots of different color options. Oh, and here's the thin one. I want a big poofy one. There you go. Hey, I could name him Chowder. Walter Fidgen says, I mean New California. Oh, I see. So Fallout New California is a fan-made prequel to Fallout New Vegas. Maybe one of the things I love about Fallout London is I know that Bethesda is never going to touch it. They're never going to set a game in London. They'll never expand or expound upon the Fallout lore in Europe or in Britain. They're always going to keep their games in America. And so, as far as I'm concerned, I can believe the events of Fallout London as being as canonical as possible because it's the closest we're ever going to get to a canonical story taking place in London. Plus, the developers they spent a lot of time making sure that they didn't violate the canonical lore of the Fallout universe all that much. So they did a great job with their research and maintaining the integrity of the world. The problem with playing a game set in the areas of other games is that, I mean, Bethesda's going to... Oh, he's got scratches on his face. Oh, I didn't notice that. No, I don't want scratches. There you go. I got a floofy boy. He's a white floofy boy named Chowder. Oh, but he's got a different colored eye. Chowder has blue eyes. Can I get a white, fluffy one with... that's thin. I want a fat. Because Chowder's a fat fluffy. I guess I could do fat with scratches and blue eyes. Fat without scratches. But he's got one yellow eye. All right, we'll go with one yellow eye. Anyway, what was I saying? The problem with playing mods, especially story-driven mods set in locations where the games have already been covered, is that you inevitably bump up with canon issues with the games that came afterwards, and it's possible that they'll completely invalidate anything that ever happened in the mod by, creating a new game in that area. Not that that will happen, but who knows? And it's certainly no reason for me not to play it and enjoy it. Perhaps someday. All right, we're going to go options. Let's see. Streamer mode on. I'm assuming that's for music. Controls, graphics. Let's make it as good as possible. Everything is max and beautiful. All right. Apply. New game. Walter Fidgen says, would you play Fallout New California? Please do it for me, please, and YouTube content. Maybe someday. Okay, day one, your daily quota to reach $75. Click anywhere to continue. Oh. Whoops. Okay, the music was really loud. I'm gonna turn that down a bit. I didn't realize that would kick me back to the main menu. New game. I like the song better anyway. Okay, morning payment at the end of the day. To-do list, complete quota, sleep then go to bed. I hate this job. Pack stuff, screw this warehouse. Keep the cat happy, don't leave this stinker alone for long or else. P.S. food and toys will help. Oh, there's the cat. Yay, Chowder. We can pet him. Oh, I got some life. Is that life in the lower left-hand corner? By petting him, he gained 30 health? Okay, well, that's a cute kitty cat. Oh, I can turn it off. I'm going to turn it off for now. right, looks like our guy is a doodler. We got some doodles over there. There's his workstation. Can't really interact with any of that. What does that say? Whack is the deafening insanity, doing the same. Oh, what's the definition of insanity? Doing the same stuff every day, expecting things to change. What? He sleeps here? He sleeps in his office? All right. Weird. All right, we got more of those post-it notes on the wall. A kill jester. So he's a bit of an artist. So the cat's got a scratching pad, a tin of meat, a bowl, and there's the litter box. Okay. Order picking. 1, print order. 2, gather item. 3, pack it. 4, ship it. All right. There's a lot going on here. Dong Ho Choi says, protect Chowder at all cost. Will do. Preston Garvey says, the cat needs to get a stinking job and pay rent. I agree. Okay, well, there's a picture of the cat. He loves his cat. Your daily quota to reach, $75. Welcome to your first day at Jolly Box Company. Be sure to check the posters for instructions and have a good day. And it points to the posters. Okay. Log in. A wallet. I've got $20. Nice. Day 1. Shop. Tools. Flashlight. Scanner. Scanner upgrade. Backpack. Large backpack. Tool belt. Well, basement certificate. Oh, interesting. What does that do? Gives you access to Basement 1 containing high-value items, orders available the following day. Oh, and then I can buy cat food and cat toys. Right, well, I've got $20. I'm probably going to need a flashlight. Hey, let's get the flashlight. Cool. Flashlight. Now. Print order. Please hang up your ticket before printing more. Fulfillment pick. Value $27. Warehouse location WHF 107. Okay. Use this pile. Oh, okay. So I need to go find the package. Oh. Looks scary. A scapegoat says, is there any Fallout lore about Africa? Africa and the Middle East were at war, I think. No, the Middle East and Europe were at war due to the fossil fuel wars. I don't know if Africa is explicitly named. I'm not sure. Okay, so WHF 107, verification. Enter code at object pickup. Oh, am I going to have to remember this code? Oh, great, it's a memory game too? All right, F107. F1 03 4 6 7. Was that not it? F107. Crap. I forgot what it was. All right, well, at least I found it. Oh, this is a noisy warehouse. Oh, my cat's health is going down. Crap. I didn't realize that. Oh, I was close. It's the top right, middle right, and then middle left, and then lower right. Oh, what? Really? What was that? Wow. Okay. All right. What? Was something running after me? Okay. Well, I could only interact with one thing there, so I'm guessing this is it. Drop it in there. Can I heal my cat by... Oh, where's the cat go? Chowder! Oh, there he is. Oh, I can't heal him by petting him. Okay, add protection before closing. Oh. Okay. First tape, then sticker. Which one is tape? That looks like sticker. Nope. Oh, that's tape. Okay. There we go. Right, I think we're done. Add protection times 3. Close box, add label, ship it. Yay, I did it right. I got 27 bucks. Cool. Well, I wonder if I can heal my cat. Let's try getting some cat food. Cheap cat food. That's all I can afford right now. Although I wonder if a toy. Let's try a mouse toy. Increases total cat happiness by 3. Oh, I get paid at the end of the day. Crap. Increases total happiness by 30. What does the cat food do? Replenishes cat happiness by 50. Ah. So I got to make sure that my cat doesn't die. Right. So when I'm away, he gets really unhappy and he could die. So I got to minimize my time out in the warehouse, which means I got to memorize the code. Okay, print order. B105. All right, and then it's top and then an L shape there. Top right and then an L shape. Macau with a sticker tip. Thank you so much. All right, I think I remember that. Top, then L shape. B105. B1. Oh, no! Crap! 2, 3, 5. My poor cat! Where's the box? Right. Okay. Added protection, closed it, label. There's the kitty cat. Hey, kitty cat. Yay, correct. Okay, so I just got to get to 75. P106. Let's see if I can remember that order. Top, and then an arrow in the lower left-hand corner. P106. Yay! All right, the music is just too much. All right, well, we've met our quota. That's great. Quota reached. You can go to bed now. Cool. I wonder what happens if we keep playing, though. Well, if we keep playing, our cat is going to continue to be injured. Let's go to bed. End day. Do you want to clock out and sleep? You can do more orders as long as your cat stays alive. I mean, I'll get more money that way. All right, fine. Continue contributing to the company. Sure, maybe there's a reason why I should do more orders. All right, let's try another one. G101. That'll be easy. All right, so the top two, middle left, bottom right. Top two right, middle left, bottom right. G1. G1. Okay, more money, more money. All right, 104. He still has health. Do I keep going? It's $20 to get the cheap cat food, and that heals 50 life. So 2, 4, 6, 8. $80. It's going to cost me $80 to completely heal his health. No, that only gets me to 200. D107. Keegan Wyant says, I'm sure somebody already asked, but are you going to play Last of Us 2? Probably not. I mean, maybe someday, but not immediately. My content schedule is pretty full right now. Cheyenne says you need to sleep and feed the cat. All right. All right, I'll do that after this. D107, and then I've got like a Tetris shape. D107, and then a Tetris shape. D1, ah. Oh, my cat is upset! Oh no, poor kitty cat! It's dropping fast. I'm back. I'm back. I'm back, kitty. Okay, that's the last one, I promise. Nice. Okay, let's go to bed. Day one done. All right. 85. Oh, his health is back. Yay, his health completely replenishes the next day. All right, let's pet him to get a boost. Oh, good. I thought for a minute there I would have to re-heal him. Okay, so it actually... There's no benefit to ending the day early. I should use as much of my cat's health as possible during the day to maximize the money that I make. All right, so we got $132. Let's buy some stuff. I got the flashlight. Scanner, what is that to do? Allows you to scan one ticket? Oh, so I can take the pattern with me. Oh. Allows you to carry one extra item. Oh. That will, I'm sure, be important pretty soon. Tool belt allows you to carry a flashlight and scanner at the same time. Oh. Running shoes increases stamina duration. 3-ticket rack allows you to hang up to 3 tickets. More valuable items in the basement. Okay, so this replenishes by 50. A $40 cat food would replenish by 100. This does 125, so that the regular cat food does save more money. The high quality cat food saves even more money. Increases total cat happiness by 30. I wonder if those are permanent or if they're expendable. Well, tell you what, I've got my money, and I don't know what jobs I'm going to have. Let's save my money for now and see what kind of jobs I get. Okay, P205. All right, the pattern is still only 4 digits. That's easy. P205. P1. Oh no. Uh-oh. Oh. Oh, what? Oh, dear God. P2. O2. Do I need to avoid them? Oh, shoot. Ah! Restart to... Okay, so yeah, I do need to avoid them. Avoiding them would be good. Well, I still have my money. Oh, I can't afford running shoes yet. Oh. F207. 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 Top 2 left, bottom 2 right. F207. Where's my flashlight? Did I lose my flashlight when I died? Oh no. Oh man. This game is gonna get brutal! God, the music. Alright, pet the cat. Is my flashlight really gone? Oh, there it is. I forgot to pick it up. Alright, I got the flashlight. You need to hide from it, says Hellcat. Yeah, but then my cat is losing health. F107. Oh, that's good. At least I don't have to go too deep. F107 T-shape. F1. Oh, 07. Sharky. It was fast. I didn't expect it to catch me so easily. Okay, cat, I'm back. Where are you? Yay! Well, now I've got 100 and... Oh, wait, no, I have to wait to the end of the day. All right. V205? Oh, no. Oh, I'm going to be going deep. V205, and then it's another Tetris piece. It's an L shape. Okay. V205. Oh, man. V2. Screw that! Jeez. Wow, really? No, man. Just boxes falling from the sky, really? I don't think so. Oh. Oh, God. Why did I do this game? This is going to give me anxiety. $59. You all right, cat? You doing all right? So it's a gamble. It's not only will the cat have enough health left for me to get back, but it's also will I survive? Because there's monsters out there. T202. I'm going deep again. Oh, we got a little more complicated pattern here. T202. See if I can remember that. And then it's dun dun and then dun 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 dun. T202. I'm hiding! Oh, it's right. No. RST T1. Where is it? Where is it? Ah! Oh! 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 I forgot the pattern! I forgot the pattern! What was it? I forgot. Ah, it's coming this way! God! Oh, I don't like it! I don't like it! Come on, move! Ah! Ah! Go away! My cat is dying! Oh my God. Doggone it, I forgot it! Well, I can't get past day 2. I think I need the scanner. The scanner is going to help me. Print order. Oh, F27? Okay, F27. God, getting into the second row is just dangerous. Ah! 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 I like how I just threw the monitor on the ground there. Oh! Almost forgot that. Okay. Gotta get to 85. Okay, V205. It's just a square, but it's in the V's. V1. One, 2, 3, 4, 5. Ah, no you don't. No you don't. God, I could really use a flashlight. Oh, donuts? Is that donuts? No, detective files. All right. Okay. 64 of 85. T202. Oh, come on. Where is it? Oh, there it is. Can he see me from the other side of a shelf? Ah, come on! Go away! My cat is dying! Myra says the longer you look, the longer they stay. Okay, thank you for the tip. Ah! Well, I made it. God. Yes! I did it! Quota reached! Oh, thank God. And I got a lot of money left over. I've still got $82 in my wallet. Right. Let's go to bed. Sleep. $105. Okay, I've got 176. I could get a backpack for 50, which lets me carry both the flashlight and the scanner. No. What's that? Lets you carry one extra item. Oh, so I don't have to make multiple trips. I see. This allows me to carry the flashlight and the scanner. Or I could get the running shoes. For 150, I'm there now. A 3-ticket rack allows you to hang up to 3 tickets. That's going to give me my pick of the tickets. So I can go for easier ones. to get through the day easier. That's important too. Increases total happiness by 30. Increases total cat happiness by 45. I'm guessing those are permanent. Increases total happiness. So I should start investing in those because it's going to give me more to work with. Right. Okay. Well, for starters, I'm going to get what I know I need. Tool belt. Okay. That's my scanner, right? Ah, there we go. All right, I've got both. And 3-ticket rack. Okay, so this is going to give me more options. I've got $106 left. I haven't quite gotten to the point yet where my cat was in danger of dying. Let's do a couple, see how much money we make, see how difficult they are. D3. P3. B3. Backpack if you're going to get more orders at a time. Yeah, I don't know if I want to extend my time out there. But B and D are close to each other. How many can I scan, though? Oh, I can only scan one at a time. Wait. Yeah, I think I can only scan one at a time. I mean, that one's easy enough to remember. Yeah, I'm only going to do one at a time. All right, B302. B302. Ah, I survived. Oh. What is this? A VCR? Risking my life for a stinking VCR. Ah. Yeah. Yay! Oh, these are all in the threes. J305. God. Well, that was nearly a third of my cat's life. So, I need to buy something to increase its life. $30, $45, $40, $50, $50, $55. Let's go small for now. Let's do the litter box. Much better. Okay, so $3.45. I got 76 bucks left. That's enough money to buy some food if necessary. And I've still got, what, 3 more of these to do? And they're all in the threes. Okay, well. Let's try D302. Okay, where is it? Where is it? There it is. Okay, I think we got it. God. This is stressful, man. Anarchist69 says, missed the Q&A thanks to Starfield. I'm here now. No worries, my friend. Glad you made it. $69 of 105, so I've got like 2 more to go. Well, Q2. Okay. Q2 is better than Q3. The thing is, do I buy something else to extend his happiness? Because what if I get stuck out there? I think I've got enough cat happiness to last me for 1 more, at least. Thank you, Ryan68. 07, though. That's right at the end of Q2. So I'm almost to Q3. So I'm not saving myself much. But we know that the big guy is all the way at D. So Q207 it is. Where'd he go? Oh, God. God. I am not sleeping tonight. Oh, I'm just a few dollars away, so I gotta do 1 more. If I get killed in this next one, G3. Oh, man. Sebastian Sanchez says, Oxhorn, the footsteps sound like someone slapping bologna on the floor. Slap, slap, slap. Right, well, if it takes as long as that last one, I'm not going to make it. So I have to either heal him or extend his health. Anarchist69 says, how do warehouse workers fight? Boxing. Thank you, Anarchist69. I could close off the litter box, increase the happiness by 60. Doesn't quite give me as much bang for the buck. That increases it by 50. That gives me the most bang for the buck. The fluffy cat bed. Still angry. Still angry. I've got 36 left. Crap. I gotta buy the cat food. Yeah. G, P, or J? G. All right, here we go. G306. Oh! Oh my God! Ah! Kitty cat, why you gotta be so just needy? Man. Yay! Quota reached, thank God. And max health increased to 395. That's gonna be nice. All right, let's sleep. Dear God. Dong Ho Choi says, that doesn't make sense. We all know cats love the box more than the cat bed. the cat bed came in, lol. This is true. Cats don't make sense. 135. So I'm going to have to open up the basement here soon so that I can get more expensive stuff. Well, do I spend my money to extend his happiness? Or do I spend it on the Basement 1 certification? Orders available the following day. Oh, no. I could get the 5-ticket rack running shoes, increase the stamina duration, also 150. No, I'm going to need all of this. Allows you to scan 3 tickets. I can't afford that. Let's work on my cat's happiness. $55, $80, $60, $30, $40. That's a good one. Oh, those are all good. Let's do the ball. Okay, is that 435? I've got 128 left. Let's do the ball toy. Okay. I've now got his happiness above 500. That should help. Right. Okay, P206. That's close to the end of the rack. Not quite as far. But yeah, that's what we're gonna do. P206. Or exit! Whoa! That was a human leg. That was a dismembered human leg. Finally. Okay, one down. Still got 100 left. L202. Okay. Ooh. Anarchist69 says, did you hear about the fire at the designer shoe warehouse? Countless souls were lost. Did you hear about the dyslexic pimp? He bought a warehouse. Both very good. Haven't heard either before. Thank you, Anarchist69. AI Radio says, theory. What if that monster is actually your boss, and you're the type of employer who does too much catnip with your cat before going to work? Lol. An interesting theory. Well, we made great time with that one. Okay, well, they're all in the threes now. V302 is going to put me out not quite as far. Oh, man, we got lucky. Whew. Not bad. Right, so two more, really. We've got two more to go. Well, I mean, he still has over half life yet. Half happiness left, so... I mean... I don't think we need to heal him just yet, and we only have 2 more to go until we finish day 4. Belmyra says, "Hey Ox, I just woke up. Did you get a second job at Amazon?" "Yes, this is my Amazon job where I have to keep my cat alive and avoid naked walking evil fetuses, I guess." Okay. I was pretty safe over on that end of the factory. So let's go S. S307. Oh, that's going to put me twice as far as J205. All right, let's try J205. Crap! There he is. Ah! Where did it go? Oh. One more. The cat still has 172 health left. I think we can do it without having to heal him again. A301. Yeah, let's try A301. I'm coming, kitty! Oh, so it's a percentage. Oh no, I didn't realize that. So when the cat happiness gets down to like a fifth of the overall meter, it starts to go down faster. It's not a set number, it's a percentage of the overall happiness. So increasing happiness does help when he's mostly happy, but when he's angry, it still goes down fast. Yay! Whoo! And we still have $100 left. And we made 135. No, we made 160. Let's sleep. Okay, so we've got 263. I want to save at least 100 or so that we can use to heal him if necessary. We've got a couple of the happiness purchases, but I don't think we need them just yet. What's our goal this time? 175? Well, we could purchase our basement certification. We should do that now because we're not going to be able to do that until the following day. Okay. We could get the running shoe. Oh, no, now we can't purchase the running shoes. We're low. We could get the backpack. But the backpack is useless without the scanner upgrade. Really, in the next day, we should get the scanner upgrade and the backpack. That's 200. That's a huge sink. But that's going to allow us to stay out longer and get more items. Right. They're all in the threes. Well, let's try H302. It's on the other side. Ah! Okay. Well, we get to do this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 more times. Oh, they're all in the 3s. U306. Oh, there's an upper floor? Okay, not too bad. Oh, I hope it counts it. Before closing, crap. I didn't do 3 pumps. Oh, man. Ah, I was too hasty. I rushed through it and I didn't get all 3 pumps. Doggone it. All right, F305. That's close to where he was last time, though. Let's try it. F305. Two, 3, 4, 5. Whoops, I forgot to look. Yeah, alright. Okay, he just disappears. Just a little jump scare for me. Lovely. Gosh, it just pushes me all the way to the end. Well, this is my 3rd package. And I'm already at half life with the cat. Okay. Well, that setback means that I've got 4 more to go, I think. D2! Yay! D202. Hey, kitty. I should probably heal him, huh? I should do that now. While he's still in the white. $175, $125, $50. I've got 4 more to go. That's going to save me money in the long run. All right. Okay. 4 more to go. D202. Oh, there he is. Is that him or someone else? Yep, that's him. Doggone it. Where is he? There he is. Oh, 127. Okay, so maybe 2 more. 2 more. N201. That's in the opposite direction of the big guy. Maybe I wasted my money on that cat food. Dong Ho Choi says, so warehouse cat and naked fetus monsters are why my packages come delayed and damaged, huh? I think that's what the game is trying to tell us, yes. And it's a reasonable assumption. What else could it be? N201. Ah, doggone it. It's right in front of me. I had to make it harder. Where is he? I hear him! I can't just sit here listening to him walk. I gotta go. Ah! Whew! Oh. So close. One more. One more. All right, well, he was by N. Oh, man, I've got O and M, which were right by N. Let's try I. I-305. It's right there. Really? I have to ship a dismembered hand? gone. The entire day is ruined. Oh. Are there more than one of them walking around? I left him in the middle of aisle I. He was towards the beginning, and he went all the way to the other side? Doggone it. Well, it ultimately doesn't matter. Let's try Geo 4. Balmyra says that's what you get for trying to unionize. One. Okay, well, we know where he is. Let's try P. P306. Okay, record time. Really? Oh, what am I supposed to do? I can't open the lid now. New box, says chat. Yay, thank you. Okay, 71 of 175. P205. It gets loud so fast. Oh, he's over there. Okay. Whew. Okay, we're at 102. Could we do this in two more? We could do this in two more. The big question is, do we heal our cat's happiness now? Because it's going to start going down at around 140. I mean, it depends on how difficult the next one's going to be. And they're all in the threes. Hellcat says, a Game Ox needs to play his Happy Humble Burger Farm. Happy Humble Burger Farm. Okay. I'll check it out. Let's heal him. $125 should be enough, right? Yeah. Okay. Let's try N302. Now let's go for broke. I305. If I could see where he is, I'd know which way to go. Oh, there he is. Okay, we're shipping a human foot. Oh, lovely. Well, someone's gonna be happy, I guess. Yay! One more. This is where I died last time. But I've got plenty of cat happiness. S307. Doggone it! Where is he? There he is. Yay! Ah! Whoo! Quota reached! And he didn't even get mad at me. Let's sleep. Catlin Fagan says, oh yes, play Happy Humble Burger Farm. Also love everything you do, and thank you. Thank you, Caitlin. 225. Oh no. Well, I'm glad I unlocked the basement, because I've got to meet a quota of 225. Should I get the 5? The 5 rack? At 75, though. John says get the shoes now. Yeah, I think you might be right. Right, and I'll save the rest of my money for cat food if I need it. B. These are all basement. Well, now I need to figure out how to get to the basement. Well, let's try BF 102. That's B2. I'm on B1. No, that's the exit. I guess that was the right one. It says B1F1, but that was B2. Oh, I don't like this at all. F102? A? F101. Oh my God, it's a head in a bag. High value items, huh? Better be worth it. How much is this? It's worth 50. So only about 20 more. Correct! Okay. Well, we know where F is. G is going to be really close to it. Thankfully, the monster was on the other side of the wall. So maybe I should do G102. The Raging Krogan says the mob must love using this delivery service. Yeah. At least when I get up here, I'm right there. Oh, the basement is awful. Whew. But that's 2 high-value items. We're almost halfway there. Oh, they're all in the basement. It's not mixing them up at all? Check elements. Well, I know A is on the other side of that thing. A is going to make me go deeper. C? I don't know about C. N? I don't know about N. Oh, how deep am I going to have to go? Should I heal him? I'm already at almost half life, and I've done 2 of them. And I need to do 3 more. I might as well. I'm going to have to at some point. Where is he? Kitty cat, what are you doing? Okay, well, let's try N. See where that puts us. N104. That's A. I'm guessing it's down here. D. K. Where is it? Oh my God, it's so loud. Where is it? L. N. 104. Dear God. It's not letting me sprint right now for some reason. Oh. This is stressful, man. Whew. What, 2 more to go? Maybe? Oh. 0103. LMNO. And of course, he's right there. LMNO 103. Of course, he's going that direction too. Oh, he's going towards A. Oh! So many loud bangs. Yeah, once I get up the stairs, I can't sprint anymore. Okay. Done. Oh, it's just a few dollars away. I gotta do one more and I'm just a few dollars away. At least I got plenty of cat happiness here. B1M104, we know where that is. We were right there. Let's do that. M104. Come on, guy. Ah! Yes. Okay, if you don't run out of energy before getting to the top of the stairs, you can run again once you get to the top. Whew. Yay! I did it! Day 7. I don't know if that's a reward or a punishment. Whew. $285, huh? Is he walking right outside my door? Okay, what do I got? I got 317. I need to start making fewer trips. So, let's buy the scanner upgrade. And the backpack. Well, that only allows me to carry 2 items, so at least I can do 2 at a time. Oh, I should have done the large backpack. Would have saved $50. Black Dragon Downing says, if you have extra cat happiness, try and do 1 or 2 more extra boxes for more cash the next day and get the backpack to do multiple boxes in one go. Thanks. Yeah, I did the backpack. I'm worried about getting killed while trying to do an extra run and then having to redo the entire day like we did for day 3. That sucked. Okay, they're all basements again. Let's do G and L. How do I switch between the two? Ah. G2, L2, and A1. Let's start with G2. There he is. Well, that was G1. Where's G2? Oh my God. L202. L2. J. L204. There we go. L202. Ah! Ah! At least I don't have to worry about batteries. Okay, now my stamina is regenerating correctly. Ah! Okay. How do I know I'm printing the correct label? Okay. Two down. That is so much better. Right. A1 and B2. How about that? A103, B201. Well, that's where I need to go. A103. Don't come down here. Don't come down here. B201. B1. A1, B1, E1, D1. Where's B2? B1. B1, B2. B201. Okay. I, G, E, O, C. Okay, so B2 was way over here. B201. What? B203. B201. Okay, now to get out of here. Oh, crap. Whoa, just in time. Correct. This is all rusty junk that we're shipping. It's all trash. $230. So we got one more to go. Kind of, no. One or two, depending on how much. 59? That would put us at one more. But we might as well get two while we're out. Oh, okay. Well, we need to heal our cat. Time for some cat food. That'll give us 175. That's probably what we need if we're going to get two more. Okay. Let's try... I don't remember where these were downstairs. They're all really close together, J and K. Let's do J2 and K2. Grab that just in case. J2 and K2. K2. K203. J203. Okay. We got him. Oh, there he is. Blocking my path. Ooh, we did it! The basement's not so bad. Lots of great places to hide. Bingo! And that did it, but I've got one more. Nice! We've got $37 left. We almost spent everything we had to get through that, but we did it. Okay, well, we've got $385 left. Let's pet the kitty. So far, the kitty hasn't died. I wonder what happens if the kitty runs out of happiness. Does it go feral and attack you or something? I don't know. But I don't think I'll have enough time to get through the next day. So I'm going to go ahead and end it there. For now, thanks everybody for joining me. Let me know what you think about Order 13, a very peculiar game, but I think I'm starting to get down the gameplay loop here, and I'm interested to see what we'll uncover when we come back next week. Same Ox time, same Ox channel for more Scotch and Smoke Rings. Thanks for joining me, everybody. Hope you had a great time. I appreciate each and every one of you, and I'm going to see you all again very soon with more lore videos and more live streams. See you next week for Scotch and Smoke Rings. Bye-bye, everybody. Have a great night.